Mickey was so fascinated by the ancient Egyptian exhibit that he didn't hear the closing announcements. He was busy studying a mysterious amulet when the lights suddenly went out, plunging the grand hall into darkness. He was locked in. As his eyes adjusted, a soft, blue glow came from the Egyptian amulet. Suddenly, a tiny, friendly scarab beetle made of lapis lazuli crawled out from behind it and winked at him. "Well, hello there," Mickey whispered in surprise. A gentle whisper filled the air. The night is young, and the museum is awake. The stone statues of pharaohs seemed to relax their stiff poses, and their eyes glowed with a gentle light. They weren't scary, they were friendly. A sudden, friendly nudge came from behind. It was a young triceratops skeleton. "Wanted to play?" It gently herded Mickey into the dinosaur hall, where a T-Rex was carefully balancing on one foot, playing a silent game of statue. In the medieval armor hall, a suit of knight's armor clanked to life and bowed. It pointed its lance toward a tapestry with a crooked dragon. Mickey understood the silent request and straightened the tapestry, making the knight give a satisfied, metallic nod. The wildlife exhibit sprung to life. A group of monkey specimens started a playful game of tag, swinging from the prehistoric bird mobiles. One of them gently took Mickey's hat, leading him on a merry chase through the Hall of Mammals. The monkey returned his hat to a special display, a wise, old tortoise who spoke in riddles. "I have a face but no eyes. I have hands but no arms. What am I?" it asked in a slow, kind voice. "A clock." Mickey guessed correctly, and the tortoise nodded, pleased. Music began to play from the grand ballroom painting. The figures in the painting waltzed right off the canvas. They swirled and danced in the air. A lovely lady from the painting took Mickey's hand, and they waltzed together under the moonlight. In the European art wing, a painted hunting dog jumped out of its frame. It led Mickey to a forgotten corner where a small, lost kitten, a new exhibit arrival, was mewing sadly. Mickey gently picked up the kitten, and the dog wagged its painted tail. The science wing was the most spectacular of all. The model planets detached from their wires and began a slow, graceful parade around the room, with Saturn's rings spinning gently. Jupiter, the largest planet, gave Mickey a friendly nudge toward the main hall. All the exhibits gathered in the main hall. The Egyptian pharaoh, the knight, the tortoise, and the planets stood together. They had a final request for their special guest. They led him to a beautiful, old music box in the center of the museum. "Win the key," the tortoise said. "It holds a magic that lets us play." Mickey carefully turned the key, and a tinkling, magical melody filled the air. As the music played, the museum erupted in a final, joyful celebration. Dinosaurs danced with knights, and planets waltzed with painted ladies. Mickey laughed, right in the middle of it all, the happiest he had ever been. A pink glow appeared through the skylight. Dawn was coming. The music box slowed. The exhibits gave Mickey one last, fond look and began returning to their places, freezing back into their daytime forms. The little scarab beetle scurried up to Mickey and dropped a small, shiny object into his hand, a tiny golden key. It was a gift, a reminder that he was now a keeper of the museum's greatest secret. The beetle then scurried back into its exhibit, just as the first janitor arrived. The janitor was shocked to find Mickey there. "I must have dozed off," Mickey said with a secret smile, clutching the key in his pocket. He walked out into the bright morning, knowing that the quiet, still museum he saw by day was just an illusion.